First and foremost, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this would not be possible. Low Nose Boxing. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe. I want to talk about the talk of the town right now. Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk is getting a lot of talk right now from a lot of fans. A lot of fans are going as far as to say that Alexander Usyk is a top 3, top 5 all-time great heavyweight. Here's my situation with that. I don't like to place current fighters on any type of all-time list until their career winds down or retires. Alexander Usyk is 38 years old, but this is a day and age in boxing where at 38 years old, you still got more in the tank. So Alexander Usyk might be fighting for a few more years. Let's see how his career turns out at the end of the day before we place him on any list. You know, you got a lot of fans out here that are so recency biased. And don't get me wrong, you have a lot of people that are also biased towards nostalgia. You know, you got the old heads that say, oh, well, the guys in my time were better. And sometimes I might come out like that as well. I might come out as someone who's nostalgia biased, but then I got to come to grips with reality, right? You got a lot of great fighters in recent times that are on the all-time list, in my opinion. But I'm going to keep it unbiased. You can't put Alexander Usyk on the top 5 yet. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. And yeah, I understand his accolades are incredible. He's a 2-time undisputed champion. He undisputed at cruiserweight. He cleaned out the division, right? He undisputed at heavyweight. He got 2 great wins. He defeated Tyson Fury twice. And he defeated Anthony Joshua twice. And even though Tyson Fury is a hell of a fighter, and so is Anthony Joshua, those are just 2 guys that he beat. And let's face it, Anthony Joshua, all due respect, is someone who probably would not even be a factor in the 90s. Now, Tyson Fury is the type of fighter where people would say he's a cheat code. The guy's damn near 7 feet tall. He could box, he could move, he's slick, he got defense. But once again, like I said before, let's not put these guys on any all-time list until their careers wind down. Tyson Fury is the perfect example. At one point, people were so caught up with the recent victories over Deontay Wilder. People were actually saying that Tyson Fury is the greatest heavyweight of all time. And then people were saying that in mythical fantasy matchups, Tyson Fury would beat any heavyweight. Even I, to a point, was like, it might be true because the guy is big, the guy can box. But then again, we've seen how his career turned out. Tyson Fury got exposed against a fighter who never boxed before in Ngannou, an MMA guy. Tyson Fury went life and death with him. After that, you got to ask yourself, how would Tyson Fury do against another big heavyweight with skills like a Lennox Lewis or a Riddick Bowe or a George Foreman, right? And then he went on to lose twice to Alexander Usyk, a smaller heavyweight with skills. So now you got to ask yourself, how would Tyson Fury have done against a smaller heavyweight like someone in the 90s with skills, like an Evander Holyfield or Michael Moore or Ray Mercer? You feel where I'm coming from? Or even a Muhammad Ali. Even though Muhammad Ali was a small heavyweight, he had skills, and skills pay the bills. So at the end of the day, when people were out there saying that Tyson Fury was on a trajectory of becoming the greatest heavyweight of all time, right now, me personally, I don't even have him on my top 10 or even top 15 all-time great heavyweights. You see how his career turned out, right? And his career is not over yet. Let's say he retires. That's it. That's where he's at. So with that being said, let's stop getting ahead of ourselves. We don't know where Usyk's career is going to go. What if he loses his next fight and then loses again and doesn't bounce back? His legacy would take a hit. Now, don't get me wrong, Alexander Usyk is an incredible fighter. Me personally, I feel that Alexander Usyk is the best heavyweight of this generation, and I feel that he may one day go into the top 10 list. I feel Alexander Usyk's trajectory is to enter the top 10 of the all-time great heavyweights. Now we got to look at the landscape of the heavyweights in the top 10. In my opinion, this is my list. I got number 1, Muhammad Ali. I got Joe Louis. I got Lennox Lewis. I got Jack Johnson. I got George Foreman. I got Larry Holmes, Rocky Marciano. I got Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, and Sonny Liston. That's my top 10 list. Who is Alexander Usyk going to overthrow on that list? Can he make it to that list? Absolutely. But to make it to that top 3, I mean, come on, man. We got to look at Lennox Lewis, right? Lennox Lewis, for me, as I mentioned, is my number 3 top heavyweight. And mind you, when Lennox Lewis was fighting, I was not even a Lennox Lewis fan. I was so biased because I was a Riddick Bowe fan at the time, and Lennox Lewis was his nemesis. But at the end of the day, you got to come to grips with the reality and the accomplishments and the resume that Lennox Lewis has. He has wins over Mike Tyson. He has wins over Evander Holyfield. He got wins over Ray Mercer, Tommy Morrison, David Tua, Shannon Briggs, Klitschko, Tony Tucker, Frank Bruno, Andrew Galata. Like, Lennox Lewis' resume is incredible, and the only 2 losses that he has, he avenged those losses by stoppages. Alexander Usyk doesn't have a resume nowhere near what Lennox Lewis has. I don't care if he's a 2-time undisputed. It's great to have accolades, but it's better to have a crazy resume, and that's what Lennox Lewis has. Muhammad Ali got wins over George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, Sonny Liston. Like, come on, man. We got to, come on. Evander Holyfield, who's not even on the top 3, got wins over Mike Tyson, over Riddick Bowe, over George Foreman, over Ray Mercer, over Michael Moore. Like, come on, man. We cannot put Alexander Usyk on the top 3. And then you got George Foreman, who had a very, very, very good career in his first career, right before he retired. And then he came back as an old man and became a heavyweight champion in probably the 2nd or 3rd best era in heavyweight history, the 90s. He didn't come back to become a champion in a weak era, in a weak generation. He came back in an era that was deep, loaded with talent. All I got to say, man, Alexander Usyk is an incredible fighter, but let's allow his career to wind down. Let us allow his career to reach near the end, at least, before we start placing him on an all-time list. Come on, man. We got to get better with that. With that being said, hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, Low Nose Boxing, because Low Nose Boxing. I'm out.